Hello everybody and welcome back to the Real, the Raw, the Truth podcast. Before we get underway guys, as always, a massive thank you to our sponsors, RedRoseRecovery. As you can see, we're not in our usual setting here today. It's slightly different. We are in JR's boxing gym in Lostock Hall and I'm joined by Colin. Colin, would you like to introduce yourself please?
I'm not looking this way. Alright, so I'm Colin. I run white collar boxing events. I've been running for about 8 years now. As you can see, we've got a busy gym, got lots of fighters. We're just doing a bit of promo tonight, just getting some pictures ready for our show on the 9th of March. We've got the guys down from Red Rose doing a bit of training with us, been doing a camp with us, and everyone's been enjoying themselves, yeah.
We are doing a camp, and as you can see, I've got a real sweat on tonight. We're fighting less than 4 weeks, and how hard have I been training tonight, Colin? How hard have I been training all camp? Come down, have a photo talk. Let's do a podcast.
You didn't even get on the picture, you must.
You can edit that out. No, on a serious note, mate, before we get into it, I know you in the white collar, and you do a brilliant job down there. A lot of our lads are all loving it, but what I don't know is, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Colin, about your background, you know what I mean, like, how you've got into this?
So, like, in terms of the boxing, it's just something that I've always been into. I've always loved boxing. I've always watched the boxing, and being around this now for the past 8 years, been around a lot of good people who know the boxing really well. So I didn't particularly go down the route of boxing. I've just been around it a lot. I can box, and I can teach the lads and stuff. But in terms of like learning, I've learned from watching people like Mick Jennings, Mark Jeffries, Johnny Roy down here. Lots of good people that I like to ask a lot of questions and watch and learn from guys like them really. So yeah, we've been doing this for quite a while now, and it's growing from strength to strength. Yeah, it's going bigger by the minute. So yeah, we started around 8 years ago, and to be honest with you, it's just something I got into as a bit of a hobby really. I enjoy being around the gyms and stuff, and I was just kind of a rep really. I was just coming down to the gym, getting the vibe going, helping guys pad a little bit. Organising the events a little bit, and it just ended up coming to the point where I was kind of the key figure of the whole organisation really, and it just ended up being a point where it ended up being where I took over ultimately, and then COVID kind of struck. It was kind of like, don't really know, is it over? Is it going to carry? I didn't really know, mate. If I'm honest with you, I was stuck at home. Didn't really know what was going to go on. Didn't know if it was going to...
How did you cope by COVID? Did you have to completely shut it down and take it then? No training?
Well, I work...
Hey, don't grass yourself up neither.
No, I work anyway. I'm a welder by trade. So I work during the day, and this is kind of my night thing. So I didn't get furlough or anything like that, I still had my work. But I was just literally getting stuck into training myself. Like, obviously, we was all... stuck in, and I was just getting out doing my running and stuff like that. But like in terms of WCBE and stuff, I didn't have a clue if it was over, what was going to happen. They was talking about the clubs being shut, whether you're going to be able to get back in clubs or what was going to go on. We didn't really know.
I mean, it's good to hear that you personally managed to maintain like your own fitness and you're really enjoying that, because I know a lot of people struggle with mental health.
I've always been keen with my own training. I never let slip with my own stuff. Even now, like I say, I work full time. I'm out at these boxing gyms every single night, and I don't get a night off in the week. I get home at like 10 o'clock every night, but I still train twice a day myself. I train in the mornings, I train on my dinner hour at work.
I mean, it's not just going on at this gym, is it, in Lostock Hall? You've got WCBE.
We've got a gym in Chorley, we've got a gym in Tilsley, we've got a lot of good people who help us out. We've got a great gym down at Tilsley with Sean at One More Round, and they're doing very similar stuff to us. Got a lot of people coming through the community helping out, and it's really good. It's really good. We're getting a lot of different people, lots of different stories, lots of different backgrounds.
There is, mate. I mean,
they just merge.
What I do want to get across there, you said lots of different people, lots of different stories. To Red Rose Recovery, this is something completely new. So one of the lads that trains there, he's just a mate of mine. It's Mick, and I had tickets for his last fight, and I went to the show. As it happened, management from Red Rose came with me, and the event, I think, was all took aback by it, how big it was, what a good day it was, how many people were there. So much so that Red Rose looking to jump on board. I mean, we put 8 of our beneficiaries, service users, into the next camp, and we're looking to get some sort of funding put towards the gym. The reason being, we feel that the discipline involved in boxing, the teamwork, having a purpose, having some fulfillment, having a goal, I believe it's a necessity in boxing. But I also believe it's a necessity in life. It's a transferable skill, and that's what we try to put across. And I'm not claiming to be disciplined, although I've not missed a session. Apart from my shoulder went. You know what I mean? No, I do, Colin. I mean, your own personal background story. So predominantly what we work with is people that struggle with substance misuse, poor mental health. I mean, have you had an experience like yourself or someone you may know? Or do you feel the boxing's kept you on the straight and narrow?
I've had to be honest, I've been doing this a long time. Going back to an old story, I remember we used to do a Bolton camp at Fury's gym, Peter Fury's gym, down in Bolton. And I remember a lad signing up, and he was a similar background. He had a bit of addiction problems, a lot of mental health problems and stuff like that. And I remember him signing up, and he was sat telling me about these problems. And like, long story short, like, he ended up doing the camp with us, and it completely transformed him. It's like, I've never seen someone change so much in all my life. And when he did his fight, he was like so grateful and thankful. And they were messaging me for weeks and weeks later saying what he did. But on the flip side, the next show, he was messaging me a couple of weeks prior to the camp starting, saying that he was definitely doing the next camp, how much it had helped him and stuff. And then when the camp started, he never turned up. And I messaged him a few times, and he finally got back to me. He just sent me a message, like a really dark message, like he was in a really bad place. Like, he just wasn't the guy I'd been speaking to.
Yeah, no, it takes hold of you.
And then I remember messaging him back for like a couple of weeks, and like I didn't hear anything back. And then when the camp started up, one of the lads told me that he took his own life, the guy.
Fucking hell, mate.
So I've literally got to know this lad as well. And yeah, like he'd done the camp, and it was like he was up here.
Yeah, no, I can believe it.
And within a couple of months, he'd obviously gone completely the other way. It was quite a shock, to be fair, at the time.
I can tell, mate. Even as you're speaking now, I can tell the emotions on you. I mean, you train these lads. You know what I mean? You're a big part of their journey. You take them right through, And unfortunately, you know, I wish I could say I was shocked but I'm not. I see it on a weekly basis. We lost one of our lads last week.
My brother lost his best mate literally the last show. We literally the night before the last show. And my brother ringing me up the day before the last show. I was at my brother's house, you know, consoling him. He literally found his best mate, and I'd try and save him. And then we had the show on the Saturday. We had to kind of like, that was a madness, really.
I can imagine.
He was a friend of mine too, but he was my brother's best mate.
It is, mate. I mean, it still seems to be, despite all the awareness these days. I mean, this is it's male and female as well coming this gym. Predominantly it's males, and lads are down there and they're fighting, you know, and they're getting in the ring. But the biggest killer in men under 40 is suicide. You know, lads aren't speaking, and I'd like to feel that in this gym we do all come and train, and we get in the ring and spar. But yesterday, for example, we went up to Lake District on a walk. It was just bonding. It was talking, and it's a safe space. And I think that message.
This is proper.
Apart from the
this
shiners.
is Misfits boxing here.
What do you mean?
This is Misfits boxing here.
Misfits boxing.
It is, because honestly, none of us know each other from Adam anymore.
No, not at all.
And we've not. Some people are doing the first camp now. Some people have been with us for the full 8 years. But the full group of people, they've all got different situations why they've come, and it just works, doesn't it? Everyone
it does work, mate.
Safe in here.
There's some magic in this room. There's some magic in this room. I'll tell you as well, if it's the case of, you know, so you'll get to know people in there, I get to know people in there. You can tell when someone's off key. You'll be off key if you nudge us in it, Miguel. Hey, Noodlehead! You're in there,
actually. Come here. Come here, you. Here's another one.
What's that?
So I met you how many years ago?
About 6-7 years ago.
6-7 years ago.
Yeah, literally. I was fucked.
He was from the recovery. He was
I mean, I was still mad at it. Like, I was still really bad in the madness. You know.
How do you feel that boxing helps in recovery?
Mental health. It's channeling anger, isn't it? A lot of anger you've got. from daily life, shit that goes on in your life, it's a good way to channel it. It keeps you fit for one thing. It's your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. So it's
Yeah, I love it.
for me. That's the reason why I do it.
Yeah.
That's why I play football.
There's unity as well in football, in boxing, in teamwork. You know what I mean? Yes. I'm getting nudged by the cameraman.
Where's that microphone?
Yeah, sort off. I'll catch up with you later.
Yeah.
Nah, cheers. Nice one, side. Nah, on a serious note, it is that. It's a brilliant way to channel them sort of emotions. So have a lot of wander around, see what's going on. As you can see, everyone's busy at work, apart from our lot. So, what are you hoping to get out of the next show, Colin?
What's that, sorry?
What are you hoping to achieve at the next show? What would you like to see?
The show's a huge show. It's had a massive response, and it's going to probably be one of the biggest shows we've ever had, if I'm honest with you.
I remember saying at the first session that you was worried that no one was going to turn up.
I'll be honest with you, I've been doing this a long time, and I never know. I always have that anxious feeling that I never know who's going to come. Because ultimately, people sign up to do it. Some people might be out on the session drunk. You don't know what. I get the email through that someone signed up, and I have to reply to that email. Now, ultimately, I'll drop all them people a message. But you never know who's going to actually come on the first night. Like, sometimes, way back when we started, like 50 people could sign up and 20 people could turn up. You don't know.
It's not easy.
I try and always make contact with the people and get speaking to them a little bit, so you kind of have an idea. But ultimately, you don't really know what's going to happen. So every time, I'm always a bit anxious. But like, to be honest with you, since COVID, the shows have had. It's always been packed out, to be honest.
It has, mate, and you know what? It just goes to show that many people out there are struggling with certain things, and it's a brilliant way to get out of your comfort zone. We only grow by getting out of your comfort zone. You get down there. You're out of yours now. He's a natural in. Colin, so we'll be wrapping it up very, very shortly, mate. Oh, before we do go, we've got these lovely new The Real, The Raw, The Truth podcast hoodies. They are on sale if you can get on our website, www.redroserecovery.org.uk. But
where's mine?
Where's yours? You'll get, listen, mate, I'll sort you one out if you sort one of the WCB ones out. Colin, would you like to tell us before we go when the show is and how they can get involved with the next camp?
Yeah, so the next show's on March the 9th at Riva Showbar in Preston. If you want a table, it's unfortunately you're not going to get one because they're sold out, but there is a last few tickets available left on Skiddle. Once the show's over, we'll be having a month's rest while I sign up the next group, and then we start on April the 1st. And the show is, I believe, on the 25th of May, and then we'll be taking a break then for the summer, and then we'll be back in the winter to finish off the year.
Top man. Right, guys, well, you heard it from the horse's mouth there. If you think you've got what it takes in the you versus you, get yourself down there. You'll find the description to the gym on our website as well. Again, that's www.redroserecovery.org.uk. If you or anybody you know is struggling, or you want to get fit, or you want to test yourself, get down to our office, get down to the gym. Until then, all of you, stay safe, stay out of trouble, talk to each other, and take care. Bye-bye.
Sweet. Nice one.
Oh, you came.